Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2024 NCWSA Wildcard show for our national championships that will be held in San Marcos River Ranch in Martindale, Texas, October 10th through 12th, just next week. It's coming up fast. I will be your host tonight, Christy Kingsmill. I am the chair of NCWSA, and I am very excited to be able to share lots of good updates regarding Collegiate Nationals. So let's start with our qualifiers from the Midwest. The Midwest was able to get 5 from regionals, and then also as the largest region, they get an automatic 6th placement at nationals. So the University of Wisconsin-Madison, University of Wisconsin-La Crosse, Purdue, the Miami, University of Ohio-Miami, and Kansas University, and the University of Nebraska. From the West Coast, or as they would say, West Coast, Best Coast, we've got Cal Poly, we've got San Diego State, Arizona State University, Western Washington University, and UCLA. From the Southern and Atlantic Coastal region, also known as the SAC, we have Auburn, we've got Florida Southern, Alabama, Rollins, and Clemson. From our South Central region, also known as SCR, we've got Baylor, ULM, University of Louisiana Monroe, University of Louisiana Lafayette, Texas A&M, and University of Texas. So congratulations to all of these schools that have punched their ticket into the national championships. And we are going to go ahead and get started with our wild card. So for our wild card teams, how this works for those of you that have not been a part of this before, every region gets to send 5 teams. In the largest region, which this year is the Midwest, they got to send an automatic 6th. And the wild card slots are the next 3 teams from each region get to go into this wild card simulated tournament. And the top 3 teams from this tournament will also get an invite to our national championships. So this year, in this wild card simulated tournament, we've got Texas State, we've got UC Davis, we've got Cal State University Chico, we've got Cal Berkeley, Georgia Tech, West Virginia, Michigan State, Southern Illinois University, and the Ohio State University. As we take a peek here, we're going to start out with our women's team as how they stacked up against each other within this tournament. So we ran this on the back end using the top score from each of the skiers throughout the fall season. Ohio State takes the win for the women's team, and with Michigan State behind them, Southern Illinois and Texas State following up those top 4. For our men's team results, we have the Michigan State University, Southern Illinois right behind them, Ohio State, and then Georgia Tech. Now for our combined, this is putting both of those team scores together and putting it all together for everyone. In 9th place, we've got West Virginia University. In 8th place, we've got UC Berkeley. In 7th place, we've got Georgia Tech University. In 6th place with 2,605 points, we've got Cal State University Chico. In 5th place with 3,205 team points, we've got UC Davis. In 4th place with 3,800 points is going to be Texas State University. And punching their ticket into the national championships, we have our top 3 teams that will be heading to Texas next week. In 3rd place in our simulated tournament was Southern Illinois University. And in 2nd place was Michigan State University. And our winner of our simulated wildcard tournament is Ohio State University. So congratulations to those 3 teams. and great work on everyone having an amazing fall season. And you guys will be headed to Texas next week. Here are our scores and our point values for each of the team scores in this simulated tournament. It was very close between those top 3 teams. So our 3 wildcard qualifiers that will also be joining us, we've got Ohio State, we've got Michigan State, and we've got Southern Illinois University. And this is Southern Illinois University's first time that they will be heading to national championships. So congratulations on all of that hard work to all 3 of you. Now we have our D1 automatic qualifiers. So we'll be going into our, we also did another simulated tournament to find out who will be in the Division I Nationals and who will be in the Division II Nationals. These 4 teams, Louisiana, Arizona State, Alabama, and Wisconsin, Madison, all 4 of them placed number 1 at their regional championships this past weekend. So all of them get an automatic bid to D1 Nationals, and then the rest of the teams that have made it to Nationals, including our last 3 wildcard spots, all were put into a simulated tournament to find out their rankings to see who would be going D1 and who would be going D2. So for our D2 national seedings, we are going to go through those backwards. We'll start and we will head right up. We've got UCLA in 12th. In 11th will be the University of Texas. These are the current seedings for in their simulated tournament. So this is all based on their fall tournament scores, and it could go any way at nationals, obviously, but this is our current projected standings. So we've got Baylor University. Next will be Western Washington University. Next, we've got Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, also known as SLO. Southern Illinois University. Auburn University. Michigan State University. Purdue University. The University of Nebraska. Iowa State University, and currently ranked as number 1 at our D2 national championships will be the University of Wisconsin lacrosse. So congratulations to all of these teams. All of you will be competing in the D2 nationals next week in Texas. Here are our point values for how those teams were ranked within that order. And again, is based on that complete team score. Now we are going to head into our D1 national seedings going into our tournament. In 12th, currently, we've got San Diego State. In 11th, we've got Texas A&M. In 10th is the Miami of Ohio. In 9th, we've got Kansas University. 8th will be the University of Wisconsin-Madison. In 7th, we have Clemson. In 6th, we've got Rollins College. 5th, we have Arizona State University. In 4th, out of the SAC region, we've got Florida Southern College. Going into our national championships, the seeding for 3rd place will be the University of Alabama. In 2nd will be the University of Louisiana Monroe. And in 1st, going into our tournament next week, will be the University of Louisiana Lafayette. So congratulations to all of you. And as a reminder, anything can happen throughout our national championships. All of you guys are going to bring it. And I'm so excited to see what happens in both D1 and D2 nationals next week. Here are point values for those of you that would like to see. We do have a very close race between a lot of our ranked teams here. So anything can happen at nationals. So for our next up is going to be our boat draw for tonight. So we are very, very lucky this year at our tournament. Our host site and also our chief driver have been able to acquire lots of boats for us. We've got 2 Nautiques, 2 Malibus, and they've even gotten 3 Mastercrafts for us to be able to use at a tournament. So if you know somebody that is bringing their boat to this tournament, please thank them. We know it can't happen without those as well. So if each event, so tricks, all 3 boats will be available. And based on what other boats we have when tricks are not happening, we did a boat draw for which boats will be pulling which events based on our boats and engines and what we have of multiple of certain boats. So here we go. We've got for D1 women's slalom is going to be pulled by Malibu. D1 men's slalom will be pulled by Nautique. D2 men's slalom will be pulled by Malibu. D2 women's slalom will be pulled by Nautique. D1 men's jump is going to be pulled by Mastercraft. D1 women's jump is also going to be pulled by Mastercraft. D2 women's jump is going to be pulled by Nautique. D2 men's jump will be Mastercraft. And as you can see from our picture, we've got lots of cool activities that will be happening and gorgeous site and hopefully weather that we'll have headed at us next week. For our skier schedule, this is also going to be listed on the website it is listed on the website along with all sorts of other information that have to do with nationals. But this is how our order of events will be happening. We are planning to start Lake 2 at 8 a.m. And Lake 1 will be starting at 7:30. So please make sure your teams are there at appropriate times. If anything, it would be later, not earlier than those as of right now. So some social events that our amazing marketing chair, secretary, and in charge of all social events, Miss Molly Vasca, has helped arrange along with our site on Wednesday night. We'll be going to a restaurant, and a little bit of those proceeds from that night will come back to the NCWSA. So if you're looking for a place to go or your parents are looking for a place to go, please send them to Chewy's for dinner that night. Thursday will be a Rail Yard Bar and Grill. That is going to be just the event that is happening that the site has organized. Friday night is going to be at Texas Ski Ranch, which is also the same place as the banquet was if you were there 2 years ago, where they've got cable skiing, axe throwing, and dancing. And then on Saturday night, we'll be heading back to the Texas Ski Ranch for our banquet. San Marcos River Ranch has buses provided for Friday and Saturday night to transport skiers between host hotels and then Texas Ski Ranch. Saturday night, as of right now, it will be an on-your-own transportation system. If anything changes with that, we will let you know right away. A couple of other reminders. You've received your registration packets. Your pre-registration is due by Sunday, October 6th. So all of that is included in the email with what you need to be turning in, all of your eligibility letters, which might have been turned in by your regional chairs already, and that is fine. And then also your registration online. We will be closing online registration. And then after that, at registration on Wednesday night is where you could make any further changes with our Chief Scorer, Matt Page, that will be there and ready to be able to make those. So please make sure you're on your teams to get in all of their waivers and safe sports, so we're not having to track anybody down for those. Reminder, if you have not already, send your school flag to Chip Chipman so that he can get those prepared on site. And then final registration will be on Wednesday, October 9th, where we'll have some last minute announcements from our site, from NCWSA, and from our chief officials. And then that's also a good place to ask any questions that you might have as well. There will be a webcast available for all 3 days. And as soon as we have those links, the amazing Kelvin Kelm will be doing our webcast for us. As soon as we have the links from him, we will get those posted on the website and then also on our social media. Event t-shirts and banquet tickets will be available for purchase on site. And then if you would like to visit ncwsa.org/nationals, there's all of the info for everything that has to do with nationals is all up on there. All right. Well, I am so excited to see all of you guys next week. It is going to be such an amazing time. So everybody, please have safe travels down to Texas. I know San Marcos is so excited to have everybody down there. They've been putting in a lot of work for this tournament, as has the NCWSA board. So I am so stoked with all of the skiing that has happened, and we appreciate all of you. And thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you